Have you ever pondered about the power of silence? It's a question that might seem out of place in our modern world, where noise and distractions are everywhere. We live in an era where the airwaves are filled with chatter, our screens are cluttered with text, and there's a constant, almost desperate need for validation through speaking. Yet, amidst this noise, lies the unspoken power of silence. Silence, often overlooked and undervalued, holds a power that's both subtle and profound. It's a concept that, when embraced, can transform our lives and our interactions with others. It's a tool for self-improvement, a strategic advantage, and a way to cultivate an aura of mystery and unpredictability. It's the canvas upon which our actions can paint a vivid picture, speaking louder and clearer than any words ever could. We've become so accustomed to filling every moment with words, with sound, that we've forgotten the value of quiet. We're so eager to assert ourselves, to prove our worth, that we neglect the strength that can be found in silence. We talk and talk and talk in an attempt to be heard, to be seen, to be validated. But in doing so, we often drown out our own voices, our own thoughts, our own truths. But what if we chose to disrupt this pattern? What if we chose to let our silence speak volumes? What if we chose to be enigmatic, to keep others on their toes, to pique their curiosity and disrupt their confidence? What if we chose to focus on our goals, our dreams, and our passions, without feeling the need to constantly explain, justify, or defend them? Imagine the power we could harness, the impact we could have if we allowed ourselves to embrace silence. If we chose to speak less and listen more, to observe more and react less, to think before we speak and choose our words with care. If we chose to let our actions tell our story, to let our silence create an aura of mystery, to let our quiet confidence be our most powerful asset. Silence, as it turns out, can be golden. Imagine a world where silence becomes your shield and your weapon. Think back to a time when you were in a heated confrontation, and instead of retaliating with words, you chose to remain silent. Suddenly, the other party was left unsure, their confidence visibly shaken. You had gained the upper hand without uttering a single syllable. That, my friends, is the power of silence. Consider the world of business negotiations. A savvy entrepreneur sits across the table from a potential investor, pitching her groundbreaking idea. The investor listens, nods, but says nothing. The silence stretches, growing heavy, until the entrepreneur, desperate to break the tension, yields more than she intended. Again, silence has won the day, proving to be a more potent tool than the most eloquent argument. Or take the enigmatic artist, a prodigy who lets his work speak for itself. He rarely gives interviews or makes public appearances. His silence amplifies the mystery surrounding him, stoking the curiosity of the public and the media. His silence becomes a magnet, drawing in admirers and amplifying his fame. But it's not just in confrontations, negotiations, or the public eye where silence shines. It's also in the quiet moments of introspection, where we confront our own thoughts and emotions. By embracing silence, we allow ourselves to listen, truly listen, to our innermost feelings and desires. We become more in tune with ourselves and, in turn, better equipped to navigate the world around us. Silence, in essence, is a formidable ally. It can unsettle, disarm, intrigue, and inspire. It can give us an edge in a dispute, a negotiation, or in maintaining an aura of unpredictability. It can help us understand ourselves better, enabling us to pursue our goals with greater clarity and determination. But remember, like any powerful tool, silence must be wielded with wisdom and discretion. It's not about refusing to communicate or distancing ourselves from others. Rather, it's about choosing when to speak and when to let our silence speak for us. These narratives demonstrate how silence can be more than just the absence of noise. Silence isn't just about keeping your mouth shut. It's a conscious decision, a deliberate strategy that can yield surprising results. It's akin to a well-played game of chess, where each move is calculated, each pause filled with anticipation and intrigue. In the noise of life, silence can be a sanctuary. It allows us to retreat, to reflect, and to focus on our personal goals without feeling the need to constantly explain ourselves. It's not about proving your worth through a barrage of words, but about demonstrating it through your actions. After all, actions, as the saying goes, often speak louder than words. Silence doesn't mean inaction. It doesn't mean complacency. It means choosing when to speak, when to act, and when to simply observe. It's about cultivating an aura of unpredictability that keeps others on their toes, that makes them curious, that disrupts their confidence. Consider a negotiation scenario. When you're silent, you're not revealing your cards. You're not giving away your strategy or your thoughts. You're creating an air of mystery that can unnerve the other party, that can make them second-guess their approach. You're effectively turning the tables without uttering a single word. Silence can also be a sign of self-assuredness. It shows that you're comfortable in your own skin, that you're not swayed by the need to constantly assert yourself. It shows that you're confident in your abilities and in your decisions, that you're not seeking validation or approval. In a world where everyone is clamoring for attention, where everyone is trying to outdo one another, silence can be a breath of fresh air. It can be a sign of strength, a mark of wisdom. It can be a testament to your resilience and your resolve. So, the next time you find yourself in a situation where you're tempted to speak, to assert, to prove, consider silence. Consider the power it holds, the impact it can have. Consider the element of surprise it brings, the aura of mystery it creates. When used wisely, silence can be a powerful ally. Mastering the art of silence can be a game changer. Now you might be wondering, how can I harness this power of silence? Well, the first step is to become comfortable with silence itself. Many of us have been conditioned to fill empty spaces with chatter, to dodge awkward silences at all costs. But silence, my friends, is anything but awkward. It's a canvas, a space where understanding and patience can flourish. So, before you can truly master the art of silence, you must first learn to embrace it, to sit with it, and to appreciate its subtle beauty. In this constant symphony of life, silence is the thoughtful pause, the quiet moment that allows us to reflect, to process, and to grow. It's the rest between the notes that gives the melody its rhythm and grace. So let's not rush to fill these pauses. Let's allow the silence to linger, to resonate, and to reveal its wisdom. Now, onto the practicality of it. Knowing when to speak and when to remain silent is a skill that demands practice. It's about reading the room, understanding the dynamics of a conversation, and recognizing the moments when your silence can speak volumes. It's about choosing your words wisely and understanding that sometimes the most powerful statement is the one left unsaid. Silence is not about withholding information or being secretive. It's about being deliberate, about choosing quality over quantity, depth over breadth. It's about allowing your actions to articulate your intentions, your values, your dreams. It's about creating an aura of mystery, of intrigue, that leaves others curious to know more. And finally, remember that silence is a strength, not a weakness. It's a tool, a strategy, a secret weapon that you can deploy to disrupt, to mystify, to empower. It's a testament to your confidence, your self-assuredness, your resolve. It's a reflection of an observant, mindful presence, one that is comfortable in its own skin, unafraid of its own thoughts, and secure in its own silence. Remember, the power of silence lies not in the absence of sound, but in the presence of an observant mind. Let us recap the unspoken power we've explored today. We've learned that silence, used wisely, becomes a tool for self-improvement, a strategic advantage, and an art to be mastered. Next time you find yourself in a rush to speak, remember, silence can indeed be golden. Thanks for watching. Have a great and inspiring day.